many years ago. And he owned a radio station in Charleston, an AM radio station. His name was Fred Bird. And we became friends. And he had, let's just say, he did not have the best front grill. And some of you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking his vehicle. I'm talking about his mouth. He had rotten teeth. So he smiled. They were black. And he was very wealthy, very to-do. I mean, the guy was worth millions of dollars. But you go into the radio station, and it looks like nobody dusted it for 20 years. Big radio station in Charleston. And so we got talking one day, and I said, Fred, can I ask you a personal question? Sure. And I was a young guy. And I said, it's probably none of my business, but I'm just going to ask you to get your take on this. Have you ever thought about, maybe getting some new teeth up there? And he says, We said, yeah, I kind of thought about it. He said, why do you think I need them? I said, I was just asking. He says, well, would it make you feel better if I did? And I thought about that for a second. He says, I could do anything I want to do. And he said, but why? And then he got on to explain to me that his parents had gone through the Great Depression. And if you talk to any of the generations that went through the Great Depression, remembering their families as they struggled, he remembered it and never forgot it. And he never wanted to become broke. Locals had land that was owned by him, begging him. He was telling me the story. To cash the checks. Please cash my checks. And Fred would say, why are you wanting me to rush to cash your check? Balance your checkbook. Don't spend the money. I'll deposit the checks when I'm good and ready. That's how he was. And I've learned that Fred Bird, and I'm sure he's long dead, the radio station was kind of like Grandpa in his garage. It was a hobby. He didn't have to have the sexiest sounding radio station. He ran whatever programming he wanted to put on, whatever sounded good to him, and that was it. But he had fun doing what he was doing, and it didn't matter. He was successful in his own way, and he was happy, and realizing that he probably ended up dying in his own house. And that's a beautiful thing. He saved his money, and he taught me some valuable lessons. And one of them was, don't be too quick to judge, because you never really know who that person next to you might be. I have found that some of the biggest supporters of my church are people that you would least assume, unless you were part of the church and knew where the money was coming from. A lot of them drove cars from late 80s, early 90s. Their houses are a little nicer, some. But their cars, wow, they just keep on taking them in. Why spend the money? Just frugal people. But they spent their money in places where it mattered. And I thought that was really awesome. Wanted to share that with you. But, early impressions in my 20s kind of shaped and gave me more of an attitude of gratitude and less judgment on people that choose not to be aesthetically pleasing in the way that you want it. Now, he wasn't going for a job interview. He wasn't trying to set any records. He wasn't going on television. And really, he didn't need to do it. If he was happy with himself, that's what really mattered. Society sometimes too often dictates as this is how you should look and this is what you should do and wear this, drive this, live here, live there. It's, the keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. And I'm saying, it's refreshing that you have folks in this country that they do it their way and they're happy and they're content. And if you're one of those Fred Birds out there listening to the broadcast, good for you. You're happy. Your family's happy. It's a beautiful thing. I just say, look, fix the grill if it gets infected. But if you have no abscesses going on, who cares? That was my only concern. Now, I wasn't thinking abscesses then. Shoot, I had all perfect teeth back then. I've had a few removed. Wisdom teeth. Yeah, it wasn't from being abscessed or anything like that. Yeah, a few feelings over the years. How about you? Cool. We got another hour coming up. Some of the stations are going to be carrying the broadcast. By the way, let me remind you, if you like the show, and today I'm asking you, if you do like the show, to give $1, minimal of $1 at forthepeopleshow.com. We'll give you our totals tomorrow on For the People, but we are definitely looking into 2018 and doing some amazing things with the broadcast. But we need your help to do it, so please show some love today. And you can do it on your credit card. If you want to give more than $1, great. That'll be added to the total. And some of you can, that'd be great. But if it's just minimal of $1, go ahead and just do it now at forthepeopleshow.com. And you can do that from anywhere in the country. Just log on to our website on your mobile device, desktop version, tablet, forthepeopleshow.com. That's FOR, the people show.com, all together, forthepeopleshow.com, and right on the front page, scroll down, it'll say donate now. You click the button and you put in as much as you want to do it. It's secure, it's safe, it's encrypted. It's the PayPal bank out of San Francisco. Even though it's in a sanctuary city, I've never had any problems with PayPal, and you will not either. But help America, help us fix America, folks. It's freedom, folks, to the airwaves here on For the People each day with a dose of common sense. Keith Allen saying all the best. May God bless.